Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is the channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings. I generally like to talk a lot of bollocks, tabletop gaming in general, and in this video we're going to be talking about a horse racing game. We're going to be talking about Ready, Set, Bet, and in this game you will be placing bets on different horses, hoping that they come in first, second or third. That will give you cash that will allow you to win the game. So in this video we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like. And we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Ready, Set, Bet is worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you after this. Bollocks. So, Ready, Set, Bet. How do you play this game? So Ready, Set, Bet is a horse racing game. You'll be betting on horses, hoping that they come in first, second or third. That's going to give you a bit of dosh, right? Everybody is going to get some betting chips. These have got different numbers on it, and you'll be placing these tokens out onto the main board, placing bets on different horses. There's two different ways you could play this game. You could get somebody to roll a couple of dice and move horses on a piece of cardboard, right? Or you can download the app and have a more automated experience with some commentary added in as a bonus. So you'll stick the main board out in the center of the table, you'll shuffle the prop bet cards and you'll deal a certain number onto the spaces at the top of the board. You'll shuffle the exotic bet cards and you'll put them at the bottom of the board, and you'll put the win, place and show tokens off to the side of the board. If you're using the analog version of moving the horses, then a player will roll two dice and they will move that certain horse one space. If a double is rolled, then they will get a bonus movement that is equal to the number that's on their spot, right? The only horse that doesn't get this is the number 7, because obviously due to that bell curve type thing in statistics, it's statistically more likely to move. A couple of horses have got the 11 and the 12 and the 2 and the 3, so whilst there's less chance of them rolling their numbers, they're not as shit as you think they're going to be, right? So as you can see, there is a red line going from one side of the board to the other. Once 3 horses have passed this point, then all bets are off. Nobody can place any more bets, and as soon as one horse hits the finish line, then the race is over. So during the race you will be taking your betting markers and you'll be putting them out onto the board. You can put them out onto the main segment of the board, which is divided out into 3 bits. You've got the win, you've got the place, and you've got the show. If you put it on the win segment, then you're saying that the horse is going to win the race, right? If you put it on the place segment, then you're saying it's going to come in first or second, and show means it's going to come in first, second or third. If you fuck it up and you're not correct, then you'll look at the red number on the spot and you'll have to pay that much money to the bank. Otherwise you will have won, and then you will multiply the number on your bet token with the number on the spot, right? There's also the prop bets. These are cards that say that you think that maybe like the blue horse is going to come in front of the yellow horse, or the black horse is going to finish 5th or worse. And then you've got the exotic bets, which give you a variety of different scenarios, like maybe 3 horses don't move or different things like that. There's also a spot that says that you think that a certain colour of horse is going to win, and you get to put that on there. The only thing you've got to be mindful of when you put your bets out is that only one person can go to each spot unless it's the exotic bets, in which case 3 people can go on each spot. Only one of your chips can go there, right? So after the end of the first race, you will be dealt 2 VIP cards, and these will give you certain special abilities. They might say that you get a bonus dependent on what horse wins. You might be able to get extra betting chips that you'll be able to use, maybe like a 6 betting chip, but the penalty is going to be pretty shitty if you mess it up. Or you might just be able to collect some money that round, you know? You'll get an extra VIP card at the end of every race, not at the end of the 4th race. You stupid bastards, you're not going to be able to use it, are you? And these are cumulative. You'll be able to retain the ability of the VIP card in each subsequent race. So you'll keep doing this. You'll have 4 races, and then you'll add up how much cash you got, and the player with the most money will be the winner of Ready, Set, Bet. So what do we like about Ready, Set, Bet? So the first thing that we really like about this game is that it is quite an exciting experience at the end of the day. This is the sort of game that gets your blood pumping, which gets your heart rate up. It reminds us a little bit of Escape Curse of the Temple, not in terms of mechanics or anything like that, but in terms of how it can induce high blood pressure to the point where you think that your spleen is going to fall out your ass, right? There's always a chance that a horse can come in. It's never really that clear cut. And sometimes the race is over before you know it. You blink and it's over, and you are left with chips in your hand, you're thinking, maybe if I just put them on a little bit earlier, then they wouldn't have gone to waste here. This really is like an ounce of cocaine in a board game box. So the second thing that we really like about this game is there's loads and loads of options to bet on. You're never really short of places to go. Obviously, in a higher player game, it's going to get a little bit more crowded, but if you're playing with more than 6 players, then you're going to be losing one of those number 3 betting tokens, right? So it sort of evens itself out a little bit. But the fact you've got the prop bets, which more often than not come in, you've got the exotic bets, which add a little bit of flavour to the proceedings, and seeing all of these bets flying all over the place, people umming and erring, shall I put it down? Because once your bet has been placed, you can't retract your bet, you can't put it anywhere else. People are going to be saying, shit, do I put my bet down now? The fact that only one person can go there means that if you're not quick, you're going to lose it and you're going to be left with the shit at the bottom of the pan. So yeah, we really like the fact that the designer has added loads and loads of different places to put bets and lose your money. So the next thing that we really like about this game is that the VIP cards are what differentiates this from what would otherwise be one of those really shitty horse racing night DVD things that you got for Christmas from your granddad. They make this game feel more like a game. I did read some criticisms online saying that this actually isn't a board game at all. It's just basically one of those crappy arcade games where you bet on a horse at the beginning and the arcade game knows that you've bet on the red horse, so the red horse always comes last, right? It's not like that at all. Going back to the previous point about the variety of places where you can put your betting chips, the fact that you get cards that can break the rules means that this is a real game and not just a load of bollocks. So what don't we like about Ready, Set, Bet? So the first thing that we don't like about this is that if you're using the app, you're going to have to somehow get it onto a bigger screen, right? I used the phone to start with and it was a fucking nightmare because you can't see anything on the phone. So I chucked it on an iPad, and even then it's very, very difficult to see, especially if you're standing at the other end of the table, which horse is where. So really you're going to have to chuck this on some sort of a monitor or on a TV set or something like that, because just using a phone, it's not going to be immersive and it's going to be very difficult to see exactly which horse is where, right? So the second thing that we don't like about this game is that if you're not going to use the app for whatever reason, you're going to have to use a dice, and that means that somebody is going to have to sit on their arse and just roll dice all the way through the game. There is a variant which says that the dice rolling player can place bets beforehand and that, but I mean that's just basically out of old bollocks, isn't it? So at the end of the day, somebody is going to have to draw the shit end of the stick and roll dice while everyone else has a Roman orgy. So the third thing that we don't like about this game is that the exotic bets are kind of hard to remember. The fact that they stack and they are cumulative, they remain on the board as the races progress, means that there's going to be 4 on there in the 4th race, right? And try to focus on the main board, trying to focus on the bets at the top of the board, trying to focus on what other people are betting on, whilst at the same time trying to figure out which horse is more likely to cross that red line first, means that the exotic bets, where they're more in depth, sort of, they're the sort of bets that are going to be left to the sidelines, even though they're the bets that are going to get you the most dice. And maybe that's deliberate, I don't know, but we did find with our plays of this that the exotic bets do get left alone. Not many people go there, and as such, that is a bit of a shame. So to summarise, is Ready, Set, Bet worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we're going to say yes, absolutely. This is an exhilarating party game that, truth be told, works best at higher player counts, right? You do have to have the right group while playing this. If you've got a bunch of people that are hesitant in social situations where they'd rather the floor swallow them up, then they're not going to enjoy this game at all, because it does produce a few shouty moments, right? You've got to be understanding that whichever way you play this, whether you're going to play it with the app or with the Dyson board, those two options are in themselves going to present a few problems, right? You're going to really want to have to play this on a bigger screen with the app, and you're going to have to find somebody that maybe isn't particularly interested in this game to roll those dice for you, right? Even then, they're not going to be too bothered about it, and you're not going to get them doing any sort of wild commentary while they're doing it, right? But having said that, this is a phenomenal horse racing party game, right? It's one of the best out there. This is without doubt in my top 5 party games of all time. I absolutely love this game. It rivals 1990s rave culture for the level of adrenaline that it produces, and as such, I can't recommend this game highly enough. It is a must-have party game if that is your sort of thing. So there you go, that is Ready, Set, Bet. Remember, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to this channel, hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you next Tuesday.